Hey, Warren Eckstein here. Do you smell your dog enough? I know that sounds a little crazy, but hear me out on this one. The way your dog smells can be indicative of whether or not they're healthy. Let me give you some examples. I put a list together of all the different smells that you as a good pet guardian should be aware of. I smell my dogs all the time, and if they smell different one day, I kind of take a little concern about that and try to figure out what's causing it. But listen carefully. If your dog has a musty or stinky feet smell, it could mean that your dog has a skin infection. So if you're normally decent smelling dog, all of a sudden starts smelling like stinky feet, you might want to have a conversation with your veterinarian about that. It could be a yeast infection. A sweet smell or a putrid smell could be a sign of skin bacterial infection or abscess. Again, you can tell these different smells if you know what your dog smells like. I guess I'm telling everyone to go smell their dog when the dog is feeling good. And this way, when something doesn't smell right, they know there's something wrong. But this is really important stuff. A foul or yeast-like smell could be an ear infection. You know, whenever I see my dog either pouring at his ear or kind of shaking his head, the first thing that comes to mind is, does he have an ear infection? Is there a problem with the ear? And I smell my dog's ears constantly, and if there's an infection, you will know it by the smell. So it's not crazy to smell your dog's ears once in a while because, as I said, it could be an ear infection. Now, what about bad breath? We often joke about, you got to walk out of the room, my dog has such bad breath. 85% of dogs and cats will develop some form of dental disease by the time they're 3 or 4 years old. So if your dog has bad breath, let's say, for example, he just ate something that he shouldn't be eating, that's one thing. But if he has bad breath, it could be an indication of dental problems. Now, it's more than just that bad tooth or maybe a cavity. If they get infections in their gums, it can spread to the rest of the body and could, in fact, be deadly. So if you notice your dog has really, really bad breath, perhaps teeth cleaning is the way to go. In fact, I'm going to be talking about that in a little while as well. Also, breath that smells fruity, and this is important. A lot of dogs and cats are diabetic. If you notice that your dog's breath or your cat's breath is smelling kind of fruity or sweet smelling, that could be indicative of diabetes. So again, it's something you're going to want to check with your veterinarian. A fishy smell, well, you all know that. If you've ever had a dog who had to have their anal glands expressed, and believe me, I've expressed more anal glands on dogs than I want to talk about, you know that smell. And it's a fishy smell. That could be indicative, again, of a dog that needs their anal glands expressed. Now, excessive gas, we all know what that smells like. And I always joke that, sure, 3 people in a room, and they always look at the dog and think it's the dog's fault. But if your dog is gassy and that the smell is really putrid, then there might be something wrong as well. It could be caused by diet or other intestinal problems. Also, a strong urine smell can indicate a urinary issue. Again, check with your veterinarian. Rotten meat can mean parvovirus, and abnormal odor could be just a grooming issue. So, you know, it's kind of fun when we make fun of the different smells that we have with our dogs, but the bottom line is this. We love our dogs. They're part of the family. And if we can pick up on something before it becomes a problem, wouldn't that be a great idea? So it may sound a little eccentric, and you know I would never sound that way, but it's really important to smell your dogs when they're healthy. And if you notice any changes, have that conversation with your veterinarian, because we all know that early diagnosis is the best cure. So again, smell your dogs. Don't think you're crazy. And if you just happen to notice that they're smelling different, perhaps a conversation with your vet should be in order. I'm Warren Eckstein. Don't miss The Pet Show. Check out the website, thepetshow.com. Speak to you soon.